Hello, my dear Libra. This is your love and spirituality reading for the time between December 1st to December 15, 2016, with me, Queen of Cups Tarot. December 14, we will have the last of the 3 supermoons for 2016. This moon is also known as the full cold moon and the full long night's moon, and as the moon before Jule. Jule is the midwinter solstice. December 13 to 14, there will also be visible meteor showers in the sky, the Geminids meteor shower. It is considered to be the most powerful meteor shower, but will be a bit damped by the full supermoon. So I call the divine with love and light, and I call the 4 archangels in the 4 corners of the world, and I call the 6 elements, earth, wind, fire, water, spirit, and ether, to join us here today and to give us a clear view reading regarding Libra's love life. So, a jumper. I want my dear Libras to have love in their lives and also find themselves in loving relationships. I want you to reach creative success and to find yourself on the highest path towards your highest destiny. That is, I want you to be able to fulfill the reason to why you are here on earth at this time. So, okay. We'll just tune in a little bit. Okay, so this Libra is your future, and this is your now, this is your past. So the now is probably the first part of December 2016, but whenever you watch this is probably the exact right time to see it. Okay, so the first card for Libra is the Magician. The Magician is a beautiful card about using your willpower to create your future, being like the orchestra leader to kind of make the tunes for manifesting whatever you want. It's the law of attraction, and it's Mercury, so it's also about communication. Communication is very important because this was how God created the world, through the words. So first, when you are in the creative process, want to create something, want to create your future, wants to find out what you want for your future, you need to start dreaming. And this is all the roses that the Magician has here, all the passionate things that he wants to experience, all the adventures, all his dreams. So kind of first you need to dream. You need to start dreaming what you want with your life. What do I want with my life? And then it's time to start voicing it. Maybe to write it down is a good thing. It's like giving attention to the matter. If you write it down, or you tell a friend, or you tell yourself, like, this is what I want. And then you start doing it, start communicating it, and also start to manifest it. Maybe if you want a job, you need to send out CVs. If you want a partnership, you need to put yourself out there, showing like with communication that you're available. The Magician is very brave person, not afraid to kind of being embarrassed or things like this. He actually is just very targeted to what he wants. He doesn't really think about the consequences on the way, because he's the kind of person that's sometimes fall down, but just to brush themselves up and up again, go on with what you were doing, not U-turns, no turnbacks. He's very focused. He has all the elements here in his hand, but he has the wand he has all the elements on the table and the wand in his hand, but it's also here the cups, the pentacles, and the sword. So everything is like kind of available for you to create your new future. It's number 1, so it's kind of a starting point. Very beautiful. And the next card for you is 3 of Pentacles. So 3 of Pentacles is what I said with this writing down. Like if you want to manifest, this is 3, and it's Pentacles, so it's manifesting together with the divine what you want. With a 1, there's a dot. It's kind of a like a mind. And number 2, that's a line. Number 3, something is manifested. It's 3D. You have built something. But here it's you see that this person is very tired, because in the manifestus process, as I said, the magician will fall like more than once, and then he needs to pick himself up and continue with what he has been starting, this project that he has been started on. And this is kind of the card for taking the necessary discussion, identify problems with the thing that you have dreamt for, like what kind of obstacles am I facing, and solving it. Being a very grown-up person, taking responsibility for what you want to create, and yes, taking the necessary discussion. We see here also the divine in the shape of a cat looking on this heavily burdened man. And maybe his stomach acid here, and being very proud and seeing looks like a very satisfied cat there. So it's kind of when you start to take a medicine, you might get side effects, but in the end it's going to get good. So it's the same. We have started with a project. There may be hiccups, but in the end it's going to be good. This is what the card is kind of emphasizing. It's very harmonious, and it's very like a willingness also to do the work that's necessary. Oh, and here comes Seven of Wands, and that's kind of when you get what you have wished for and you don't no longer wants to have it. So this person is running away here. There has been a bridge here. So that's a very positive sign, and the energy is coming here. It's kind of the law of attraction. If you have asked for something, it will come to you, but it seems like maybe not really satisfied with what has been presented, or maybe making this kind of U-turn that's not really common for the magician, but okay. It seems like this manifested process has kind of backfired a little bit. So Seven of Wands is a person need to stand up for what they believe in, and sometimes kind of defend themselves against accusation and against like people questioning them. So he's escaping here. We'll see how it goes. So the next card for you is the Knight of Wands. So the Knight of Wands is a beautiful card. It's very, very closely related with the Magician. The Magician is a major arcana card. So it's not kind of... you can't choose this. It's coming to you or it's not coming to you. It's a very, it's a divine kind of situation. Often it's reflected in how the planets is moving on the sky and things like this. It's Mercury and maybe Mars as well, like moving forward. And here we have Sagittarius energy. This is fire energy. It can be any kind of person. It can be a fire sign like Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, but it can be any kind of person, kind of being in a hurry. Sometimes this is like a person that's roaming the world. They are, you say with this card that it's a person coming from the east to the human being in the west and kind of spreading the know, like what they have learned. They have learned something important when they have done a lot of experience, and they can come back with this thing here. So it seems like you were starting on a mission. You got like you didn't like what you have created, and here you come like a person from the east coming with knowledge to the people in the west, and yeah, you have got some experience. You have something on your mind. This is again the Magician, but maybe the first thing that you were trying to create wasn't really what you wanted, and now you have gotten a new idea. So nice, Libra. And the next card for you is the shadow side. Okay, so we have a shadow here, something that you are not able to see, and it might have been something to do with what you are trying to run away from here. It's something, you know, wherever you run, there you are. So wherever you go, you will still carry this with you. So you can't run away from yourself if this is what you are trying to do. What you need to do is actually stay with the pain, stay with the shadow, stay and investigate the shadow. And it seems like with the Knight of Wands coming like this, having done a lot of experience, having this light-hearted feeling and this hope for tomorrow, and it's a beautiful card. It's a very highly energetic, and this beauty, this energy is kind of shining in on your shadowy creatures, and they want to be rescued too. They want to come out in the sun too, but you need to start to see them. You have a lot of wants, needs, and desires that you are not really, you don't see them. You have put them here in the basement. Maybe your parents told you that those things were bad, so you couldn't continue being in that way. You had to put them away. Also, teachers in school, friends, your partner, different people can have told you that we don't like that behavior with you. So you have put those behaviors here in the basement. And of course, they are still affecting you from there. It's just that they are doing so from your subconscious. So you're kind of getting unconscious, doing unconscious actions that you are not really aware of. Other people might see it really clearly, like, oh God, what's she doing, or what's she doing? But you don't see it because you are acting from your shadow, and you are not aware of the things that you have put here. You just thought that, well, I want to be a good person. I want to do what's right. I'm a person that wants to do good things, even if it costs me something. I want to be a good person. So you have tried to be a good person. And you have kind of cut away things with yourself that you didn't think were especially desirable. Maybe to be able to have a partner, or to be able to have a great job, or to keep your job, or to keep your friends, things like this. You have put a lot of things here. And this is probably your inner child, like a person that's has all your feelings and needs. And this might be your rebellious person. I'm thinking of like Page of Swords, or Page of Wands, those kinds of personalities, and also your strength here. And it's a person coming in here with a flashlight. It seems like it's a girl because she has a short skirt here and kind of a coat and a flashlight. And she's coming in here, and all those creatures of the dark are getting like rather, they get the light in their eyes, so they are a bit upset. They are not used to this. And it's also like a branch, a root from a tree here. So it shows like it can be lost soul parts. You can have lost them in a earlier lifetime. So because it's going down with the roots are going through the different layers of humanity. We have every year there's falling leaf on the ground, and the ground is kind of heightening a little bit all the time. So the roots is going down to the ground that our ancestors lived in. So you might have had things going way back, where you have lost your energy. And this is a very energetic person that wants to do fun things and wants to have life and happiness, but he can't, because the half of himself, or more and less than half of himself, is stuck in the basement. And that is your energy being stuck there. It's a lot of your talents being stuck there, and it's your clear vision being stuck there, because when these people are acting from their shadow, you are not aware of it, so you don't see your own faults, kind of. It's like a big shadow right before your nose, but you're not able to see it. But what you can do is, of course, start to look into your fears and the kind of areas that you are reluctant to go in with yourself, where you're kind of shying away, and oh no, I don't want to mix around in that. Go there. It's the best advice I can give you, because there you will have the answers, and they are part of you. They are part of your soul, so you can't run away from them, unfortunately. So wherever you go, there you are. The next card for you is the King of Wands. The King of Wands is also a very... it's the creator. In Osho Tarot, this is the creator. He has a big, like a sun in his solar plexus. So it's a person that's very creative, exactly like the magician here. So either it's emphasizing, or you have met a person on the outside that's also like very creative and have a great vision for the future. It's a lion here, so it might be Leo, Aries or Sagittarius, but it can be any kind of person. It can be you as well. We see where it goes. But the King of Wands is a creator. It's a person that's not afraid of their shadow. They are not afraid to face themselves. They have a big heart and they love themselves. They respect themselves as they love and respect others. So if you need to go down in the shadow, this is the kind of person you need to in person. You need to be very fearless. You need to be very brave. You need to be a problem solver, like a person that's not afraid of problems, but actually see that, okay, problems is there for us to solve. Life is not a picnic. It's a long ride of experiences. And this King of Wands kind of know it. He's a person that he or she, when I say he with the kings and she with the queens, you can put whoever you want there. Use your own intuition. Who is this? Okay, it can be a girl or a boy. It's just that the kings are very highly developed in their manifesting skills. They have probably integrated a lot of their shadow, and therefore they have a lot of magnetic energy which they can use to manifest almost whatever they want. Like houses, cars, relationships. Often they are self-employed. So with the kings, it's like a person that's very protective of a project and kind of are very goal-oriented. Queens, they are more like the one that brings forth the new ideas, and they are growing things like babies and gardens and being like the earth, very abundant. But this is the protector and the like the very, very goal-oriented. So it's something that's need to be created here. It's kind of a very hot and passionate longing for something, for life to be more meaningful, maybe. Okay, so a lot of fire in your reading today, Libra. And here we have a Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles is probably what the King of Wands has created. A beautiful inner garden. So wherever they go, there they are. In a very safe environment within themselves, because they have created their inner space to be a place where they are happy. So whatever happens on the outside, since the King of Wands is very centered in themselves, like in their solar plexus energy, it doesn't matter what happens on the outside, because they always know that they can solve the problem. Sometimes they are getting like small children and crying for a little bit or being angry for a little bit, and then they solve the problem. So it's not biggie for them. So Nine of Pentacles is their paradise. How they look on the inside is also how they will be acting on their outside, and what will be manifested on the outside. So your thoughts become the house you live in. It's a very important phrase that comes from Rumi, I think. So the Nine of Pentacles is a place of value that you have created for yourself by how you kind of treat yourself, because it's the law of attraction. What you are will be what you have. So this is a person in self-respect, self-love, love other people, want everyone to feel like not good. They are brave. They are not. They have not a hard time with kind of saying I'm sorry or fixing up what they have kind of destroyed. So they are not. They don't have so much problems. So therefore they can build this beautiful place for themselves. So it seems like you are on a roll, Libra, to be able to be creating whatever you want. And then we have a Ten of Pentacles as well. So it seems like with the king here, it comes a lot of wealth and a lot of stability. This is again a place of value, but it's a 10. So it's kind of, it could be a place of work. It could be your home. It could be a partnership or a loving relationship. It could be children in the future. It could be like growing all together, being grandparents, getting a dog. Things like this. Things that has value. Things that are long lasting. But it seems like it's a bit of resistance with this long-lasting thing, or maybe you don't really know what you want. So, but here it seems to be coming like with this King of Wands energy, a lot of stability, a lot of like fruitation, a lot of rewards for work well done. You see, it comes from this angle, from the Three of Pentacles, a lot of work being put down, and then a lot of luck with this. Creating money, a new job, a long-lasting relationship, moving a relationship to the next level, buying a house, a lot of things, whatever you want. Underneath the Knight of Wands, though, we have a Four of Pentacles. So it's a bit of reluctant to do this. It's a kind of a stubbornness. We see this person here sits with the pentacles really tied to their body, and the kind of mine. This is mine. I own everything here. It's mine. You can't come in here to that door. It's mine. So it's probably persons kind of protecting their shadowy side like this. This is mine. I don't want you to rob around in this thing I have hidden behind my door. And it's from the Knight of Wands here. So it's this person being a bit not agitated, but I try to get the right word. It's kind of being restless. It's like a kind of a restlessness, because first they were creating something beautiful here, and they didn't want it, and now they have created something else really beautiful, and now they don't want it. So it's this door bouncer that's kind of surrounding this Knight of Wands. So you might have to, you might be dealing with a person that's kind of not wanting to take things to the next level, or kind of unhappy in what they do, and being very restless with themselves, and saying no to a lot of things, but you don't know really what they are saying yes to. They are just saying no, no, no. This Magician and the King of Wands is more like problem solvers. They say yes to everything, and they just kind of fix it. But here it's kind of this beautiful, beautiful energy with the Knight of Wands, like this person could be able to create whatever they want if they just had the courage to stop saying no here, with a lot of yes, it's a lot of resistance with these cards. Okay. So the next card we have is King of Pentacles. So that's something new. Okay. King of Pentacles is a very stable person. It's kind of a husband energy, like a person that's able to maintain this stability without cracking, or kind of wants to run away. So maybe this resistance is only short-lived, or it's like this person's stability is kind of questioned a little bit because of this shadowy side being right above it. So maybe there is a stability like that's going to be manifested here. For you see this, your now is kind of cornered by two kings. It's two kings. Kings, they demand respect. They respect themselves very much. They have their boundaries. They have their kind of rules for how they want things to be. And here's a very stable person. They are kind of set in stone a little bit with what they want and how they want things to be. And this one is more fluid. They can go for whatever, because whatever they go, they will still be able to kind of solve problems and create new things. And this one, he is the gardener of earth. So he is more a caretaker, like a person taking care of things, and also being very good with money, being very good with growing things. Also grudges. They can have like some periods where they are angry for a long time, but they are also very steady, kind of having the eye of the prize. They are not those persons like running around going back and forth like the Knight of Wands here. So it seems either like it's two different persons, or the Knight of Wands is kind of growing up a little bit here, getting some kind of maturity, but still he has this shadow above his head. So it's something that's still bothers him, and kind of still separates him from what he might want. Okay. So, my dear Libras, we'll see what's going on in your future here. Under the Magician and the King of Wands, it's the card for the Lovers. And the Lovers card doesn't come often. If you have follow my generals. It is a seldom seen card. But it has been coming up in a little bit of my readings for lately. So it's a very beautiful card, but it's about love that's kind of a mission. It's not just that love that's for any kind of purpose, just to be happy. It has more bigger meaning to it. It's kind of those relationship where you have almost written a contract before you came down here with what you were wanting to learn during the time you spent here. So it's much about being on your highest path towards your highest destiny when this card comes. We have 3 cards for love in the major arcana, and this is the first. This is the lovers. This is when boy meet girl and the work begins. We have also the temperance card, alchemist, number 14, and that's when your demons play so well together, when your shadowy side kind of get acquaintance with each other and try to start to show their claws. So that's when the really work with the relationship begins, and you need to kind of compromise a lot, learn how, especially with communication, like how you communicate with each other, because even if you have grown up on the same street, you will have very different ways of communicating. It can be the same way if you are grown up in the same family, but the communication it's very important, and it can differ very much. So getting along with communication, also like it's often those love relationships, they are often there for kind of doing this stuff, resolving old karma, resolving like getting you to love yourself by mirroring yourself in someone else. Then we have the last card for the lovers, and that's the number 19, the sun. That's when 2 whole persons come together in holy matrimony. They have worked through their shadow and kind of getting enlightened. And it's also twin Gemini, so it's kind of 2 persons being very alike, getting together. But here it seems like this situation is very new. It's kind of the 6 here. It's a new relationship for the most part. It can be a new ignition in a relationship also, but it seems to be a new relationship. And but they are cornered here with the shadow side. So this is kind of the warning what's going to happen, because when you get together in love, in the first time you're very, very happy, but then you start to like getting like agitated with things that the other person is doing, and then that's when the real work begins. And when you are very much alike, you need to like come together a little bit. You will learn how to get along with the other person's taste of food, and maybe even start liking, ketchup upon shrimps or whatever. And the other person might like tolerate better your ABBA records or whatever. So eventually you will be like this, and then you will have done a lot of experience, and you have mirrored yourself in another person, being able to see situations or shadowy sides with yourself that's kind of dormant, and taking them out to the light and making them a part of you. And that's going to make you a much more powerful person, because you are going to have much more energy instead of having a lot of your energy stored here. So this is not here to make you happy. It's here to make you do a work with yourself on a grand scale. Pick up your shadow sides. Also be things that you have never been before. So it's an experience, and it's also expansion of yourself. But it seems very, very hot here with the Magician and the King of Wands. It's very much like it's very passionate and fiery. And with the roses, it's also a little romantic. And here we have the Star card. So that's what we saw here with this inner work, this beautiful work that you have been doing on yourself to be able to, go wherever and be satisfied because you're at home with yourself. So it's healing, and you're guided by the stars, by the divine, to do this thing. It seems like this love relationship might actually heal you from some of your shadows or your wounds that you might have had, or your problems with being with yourself, to kind of create an inner garden for yourself where you can be happy and not have this restlessness that I've sensed in the first row of the cards. So 17 stars is actually, it's this plan, you see. They are mixing your waters together here in a river here. So it seems like the plan is kind of working. You see here also it's an angel here, and here is kind of a divine person watching over this relationship and kind of steering it in the right direction. So it's very beautiful. It's very hopeful for healing and self-healing and kind of finding your home in your inside, because this you fall in love with the person's exterior, like kind of you fall in love with a certain person, because this person is reflecting your dormant inner side, those sides with yourself that you haven't been able to manifest or on your own, or kind of waking on your own. But it seems like this is much needed now, because it's a person having a bit of problem with knowing what to say yes to and what to say no to, and to be like happy in a situation. And from this no position, I don't want this, I don't want to, I don't know what I don't want, but I don't want it anyway. So this resistance here, it seems to be a very prosperous situation. This is a Page of Cups. Page of Cups is your inner child, is your inner child that has all those needs. She is kind of the little person sitting here in the shadow. So she had a lot of needs, and you might not even know what those needs are, because if you have put her here in the basement, that's impossible for you then to get her needs met, because you don't know her needs. So what seems to be happening here is kind of resisting the things that you are dreaming of, and aligning yourself with your feelings. And actually, this is a tsunami wave hitting this girl. So it's not a minor thing. It's actually all your emotions falling over you in one time. Like something is coming here, really just splashing over you. But you see her face, she is not afraid. She has the same bravance like the King of Wands. Like she's not afraid of her feelings. She knows that they are information. She knows that it's the kind of stars leading her. You see the stars, they are giving, they are mixing the waters here, and filling up the stores, and here it comes, just splashing over her. So the stars, the divine, they really want you to heal, and they want you to do this by facing your feelings, and even if they are hurtful, even if they are making you really scared. So you really need to do this. And there's a fish there in the bowl. So this is a person being able to talk to the divine straight. Like it's a lot of creatures also in the water, in your subconscious. So there's a lot of things that that's unknown, that you might be scared of, but she is just taking it. She is a brave little girl, just taking this information, just letting maybe her shadow, the subconscious, just fall over her, because she knows that she's guided. She knows that she is well taken care of, and that this will lead to something very positive in the end. So it seems like a really happy time for you, Libra. Things are really seem to working out just as they were supposed to. And here's the Nine of Pentacles. So a Nine of Pentacles is kind of the wish card. And you see it's coming from this hard work that you have been putting down to this place of value that's really centered here in this reading. And the Nine of Cups is your needs being met. So you don't have to have them in the shadow anymore. You don't need to have them here, because your needs are going to be met. And that's also, you don't have to have your shadow, and you don't have to be afraid of your feelings, because you are getting a lot of support here. And you see all this chalices here, and the fruit, and this girl being dressed in green and blue, that's hope and love. And it's a stove here, it comes on fire here, it's very like homey, and it's a brick wall, so it's something stable. So you won't be so afraid when you are going to meet your shadows, because it seems like you are going to get your wish fulfilled. Things are going to work out very well, it seems. Nine of Cups is kind of having the relationship you were supposed to have, being in the situation where you were supposed to be in, and it's kind of time to enjoy the ride and not question things so much back and forth with this, putting up a lot of boundaries and feeling protected. And it's no need, because you're very well taken care of, and it's kind of a warm, homey thing. It's just laying out there for you. So beautiful. And here's a Wheel of the Year. So it seems like karma can be resolved with this card. It's the Wheel of Fortune. So it's the divine in work again. And it's relentless. It's kind of going with the law, and it's a situation that might reappear again and again, and it's just doing this for you to get another chance to choose the right road and to choose the right door, or to do the right thing and kind of solve this, so you will be able to level up and maybe work with something else in the future. Don't have to do the same kind of crappy things again and again. And it coming straight from this resistant line, like resisting what is, resisting, don't want to invite things, keeping things out, and here's the Wheel of the Year. So it's kind of something that's need to be like over and done with. It needs to be, it's karma. So it's karma being solved, or a chance of karma being solved anyway. And it's also coming like this under the shadow side. So it seems like a king that's very very stable and one way, like kind of going relentlessly at his goal, but having a little bit of tail of karma here, shadow that's following him around. And it's like time for solving this and kind of going up to the next level, maturing a little bit. And you see this, it's kind of going again both in this circle and this circle. So circles are very feminine. So it's something here with maybe this person needs to take in their feminine side, or the softer side, or things that they fear, and they might want to show like a very strong exterior where they are not fearing anything, but actually they fear a lot here, and it's need to be shown, and it's need to be resolved. So it's very lucky reading you have here, Libra. It seems like things are going to work out just fine. It might be a little resistance here with some person being a bit stubborn and caught in their shadow here, but it seems to be like the river is just going like this, so there's no turning back here. Okay, so see what's going on here. We take the Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. Oh, Swan Queen and Altar of Priestess. Okay, the Altar Priestess, she's kind of the magician. It's preparation, prayer, sacred ritual. Decide what you want and then just go for it. This might be the most problem thing for you to kind of know what you want. This might be the first lesson for you. Try to find out what you want and then go for it. If you don't know what you want, you can't expect the heaven to support you in this. You don't know. It will go back and forth in many different directions. And here is transformation, intuition, and patience. So it seems like it's very cold here. But this woman, she's very fiery. She has this fiery exterior here. And it's also like plant growing there. And swans is for long-lasting love, like kind of forever. If one dies, the other one doesn't find a new partner. So it's something that's frozen, but it's kind of have a lot of promises. So it's a little bit, I think, with this resistance that we saw. It's also evergreen in the background. So it's something, it's very long lasting, but it's transformation needed. This card for me is sometimes to go to nature, to a special place where you can heal and be in nature, because it seems like something needs to be kind of settled. It's not something that's going to take a little bit of time. Patience is needed, intuition is needed. So nature is a great place for healing. And if you think that things are moving too fast or too slow, or you're longing for something, or you're there's something you want to happen, maybe heal yourself out in nature, for those who can. Here in Sweden it's like terrible weather right now, so no one wants to go out, but if you're in a more warm weather. So okay, past life oracle cards for you. my dear Libra. So, okay, Egypt. Oh, you have those beautiful cards. So it's kind of trying to find out who you are, because this is triangles. Triangles is your soul. And it seems like you have a lot of memories from past lifetimes that's kind of indulge in your soul. And with this and the karma card, it seems like something that you have been doing before is kind of coming up again, because this is past things that have happened in past, things that you have known. Maybe you got a new chance with something that you have been working on for a long, long time. And it's also about aligning yourself with your soul. What you want is what you want. The things that you want, the things that you dream of, is the things that the divine wants to you for you. And it's also aligning with your soul, your soul's purpose. So don't try to resist yourself. Be the person that you are, and find out more about yourself. Go in your shadow and try to find out what you are kind of hiding from yourself, because those things you're hiding, it might be memories of who you have been in a past life, and also a lot of knowledge that you have that you are kind of maybe mixing together with some dark memories that you don't want to face. But maybe if you face them, you will get a lot of beautiful things from this as well, things that you might you remember, and talents and things that you might get back, and creativity and things. So it might be like this shadow is bearing a lot of gifts to you as well. Okay, my dear Libras, this was what I had today, and thank you all for watching. And I hope to see you again in the middle of December. So take really good care until then. Bye bye.